I think I have lost something. Holy cow. Hi guys, part 3 of our 5,000 rounds test on the RAS 47. We have accomplished right now 1,500 rounds. Few things right off the bat. Guys, you were asking what kind of lubricant we are using. It's we're using the standard government issue CLP grade, and I'm basically applying the thin foil of the lubricant to the bolt and to the rails before each of 500 rounds. We never showed this on the video, but this is what is happening, and that oil lasts for the 500 rounds. It does look dry, and that's why we are lubricating before each of the 500 rounds. We may have to increase it down the line if we'll continue to progress. We may have to increase it to like maybe 250 rounds. We'll see about that. But right off the bat, few changes. What's happening to the physical appearance of the rifle? As you can see, I was forced to use the duct tape to hold the stock together because those cracks were progressing, and I was afraid that basically stock will fall off. A duct tape, perfect fix, is working fine. But also, and this is, I'm not making this up, guys. During the shooting, during one of the shootings today, magazine dumps, as you can see, the ear post fell off during the shooting, and I'm suspecting that that happened, maybe during the drops in the previous episode, that got somehow, weakened, and I just didn't notice. But we did recover the piece, and during the shooting, as I said, that right ear flew off from the front post. No big deal, okay? Rifle continues to operate. All right, let's have a look inside. I'll tell you right off the bat that something strange is happening sometimes on the trigger reset. Basically, when I was reloading the new magazine, bolt carrier got stuck on the trigger. So I looked before, of course, before this, immediately after that happened, what is happening, and what I have noticed that there were markings at the bottom of the bolt carrier, fresh metal from the trigger hammer. So basically, when the bolt slides over the bolt carrier slides over the trigger hammer, that trigger hammer is starting to working out on the bolt carrier right now. And I will show you the pictures, guys. You will see what's happening at the bottom, but that's I know that this is now not something not really good, and this is the area I'm talking about. Again, you should be watching at the high definition pictures. All right, first things first, let's go back to our dovetail. Really, guys, the dovetail, the dovetail destruction is moving forward, not as much. And the worst thing what can happen with the dovetail, guys, is there was a lot of questions why the dovetail is important. Okay, so the worst thing what can happen if the deformation will go to the point it will flatten it out, the bolt carrier will get stuck in the back because the recoil spring will jam inside, and that will be it. So really, I don't care that much from the safety point of view. I don't care that much about the dovetail on the bolt carrier. All right, bolt is much more important because all the deformation which is happening on the bolt may lead to the catastrophic event, which I hope is not going to happen. All right, guys, so this is the area we're talking about at the beginning. The back of the dovetail, again, you will see the pictures. Here is another in that groove where the bolt is working out, guys. This is something happening here now. See, this is how the bolt, so this is basically how the bolt works like in that channel, and I see now the fresh metal and flattening out inside the channel. So finally the bolt carrier is taking a beating. Hopefully something is slowing down on the bolt. Then again, there is that deformation here, and that groove in this area. This thing is becoming deeper and deeper. I do not understand why. this is just only from the working on the rails, guys, because this surface is not touching anything else. And now you can really feel it with the finger, the groove. It is a depression growing inside, and that's only from working on the rails. I don't see anything on the rails. I have no idea why that deformation is progressing here. I honestly don't. A piston is starting to look like piston is getting the marks, and that has to be from the gas tube. Oh yeah, these are deformation marks. That has to be either from the gas block, guys, or from the gas tube. And wow, that's interesting. And check if we can move it a little bit. The thing is dirty. I will take a pictures again. You should be able to see it. You know what's happening here. Let me dig into the gas tube right away when I remember, and let's see what's happening on that. You know, there's nothing, at least I don't see it right now, anything at the bottom of the gas block, but those marks are more corresponding to the cutouts on the gas tube. And you know, it's impossible to freaking tell. Yeah, you know, you can see the fresh metal on the gas tube inside. So yeah, those marks would be the corresponding marks from the grooves, from the cutouts, from the formation of the gas tube. But why would that, you know, why would that matter? And I have really no idea why is this, what is happening here. I will investigate more of this, okay? And of course the front of the bolt carrier, as you guys can see, this area and the area over here, and this one is progressing for sure, the damage, and that's corresponding area to the trunnion here and there. All right, so and that's just keeps moving. All right, let me see, guys, the bolt. Let's go see that. All right, so this is taking a deeper, this is from that channel what I was showing to you guys, groove, and it's just digging into it on those locking locks, and the locking lock is really looking beat up. Ooh, that's like freshly cut out here too. This is like, man, this is like something is cutting to it, literally. This channel over here, guys. That's incredible. Here, that locking on the back, that depression, maybe it slowed down a little bit. You know, there's still metal folding over from it, but it's not as dramatic progress as it was after the first 1,000 rounds. And then we got here progressing damage, but that thing on the back slowed down. That's a good sign, guys, because this really, those deformations around the locking locks really give me the chills, because that's bad. That may end up really badly for me or for Ula. So we'll continue to watch that. I'll check the head spacing too at home to make sure we are good to go. But the back of the bolt is still good. Back of the bolt is still good. So yep. So we got the progressing, you know, damages over here, and up front. This is the biggest change here. There's that groove digging in. All right, at least, you know, it could be always worse, so it's not as bad. I mean, it is bad, but it's not as bad. All right, how are we doing with our rivet, that one which was suspicious? Yeah, guys, that gap is growing now. All right, let's look at that trigger. Trigger hammer looks good. Honestly, guys, trigger hammer looks good. That corresponding area here, but you can see the bolt carrier really is taking a beating at the bottom, and that's from trigger hammer. That's just from riding on the trigger hammer. So, you know, this must be softer than the trigger hammer is here. There is no other explanation. Trunnion, there is some fresh mark here, but that's nothing special. That's a good sign, you know, we'll see. And at the bottom, I don't see anything at the bottom which will jump out and scream. So magazine catch is good too. And as I said, the gas black looks good too, but we'll see, we'll watch that tube, gas tube. I don't know why we got those grooves on the piston, but who cares. So that's it. That's 1,500 rounds mark. Rifle still is functioning. We will check for safety, head spacing, and we'll continue to move forward with the test if the rifle will pass the head spacing. Safety first, guys, all joking aside, but we gotta make sure. What is disappointing, every time there's something new falling off, or there's more damage happening. I mean, it almost crumbles like Oreo cookie. And I don't understand why. I will show you the pictures. Some of you were asking, when I will be back home, I will take my Wasser, which is way past 7,000 rounds, and I will take pictures. I will compare the bolt and the bolt carrier, so you guys can have a reference. Hopefully, I can plug those pictures into that video, so you guys can see the pictures on the same pictures, the same bolts, bolt from the RAS 47, bolt from the Wasser, and the bolt carrier from the RAS 47 and the bolt carrier from the Wasser. Both rifles are sold by the Century. Wasser has way over past 7,000 rounds, and the RAS 47 is at the 1500s mark. So you will have some reference point. All right, guys, that's it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot for your support for our store. As always, thanks to the store, guys, we purchased that rifle, we purchased the ammo, and we can run the test like this for you. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.